Charles Gibson.
Good evening. It is a stunning statistic. 1 out of every 10 homeowners in the U.S., if they sold their home right now, instead of getting money, they'd have to write a check to the bank, for they owe more on their mortgage than their house is worth. The number of Americans facing that dilemma has doubled in the past year, and it's another sign no government program yet has revived the housing market. At least not yet. So ABC's David Muir joins us tonight. David?
Charlie, as you know, just last week here on this broadcast, we reported on the government plan to give some homeowners a 30-day pause before foreclosure proceedings would kick in so new mortgage terms could be considered. But with these new numbers tonight, so many people owing more than their home is worth, some economists are convinced the help so far just isn't enough.
It's a real estate reality facing millions of Americans. Their homes now worth less than what they owe on them.
The last time we saw so many homeowners with home values that were worth less than the amount of mortgage they owed was back in the Great Depression. We've not seen anything like this since then.
With the rapid plunge in housing values in many parts of the country and consumer debt, economists believe nearly 8.8 million Americans are now saddled with homes worth less than their mortgage. Sherry Ferriolo among them. She and her husband and their 3 teenagers live in Littleton, Colorado.
The home down there, I'm sure they had the same problem and they decided just to jump.
On a street where family after family faced the same story. In 2005, the Ferrielos took out a mortgage on their home for $244,000. Just 3 years later, their home isn't even worth that. It's now worth $230,000. Realtors telling them that's if they're lucky.
I never in a million years dreamed that this would ever happen, ever.
They've begged their mortgage lender to modify their loan as they try to stave off foreclosure. Meanwhile, pressure in Washington to help hundreds of thousands of these families continues to mount. Among the mortgage options being debated right now, banks could voluntarily refinance mortgages to match dropping housing values, but those banks would take a major hit. Or the banks could sell the mortgages to the federal government. Then the government refinances the mortgages with a fixed-rate federal loan. But again, the banks would take a major loss.
Obviously, somebody's going to take a loss when we do that.
In Christine Canavan's case, it was she and her husband. They wanted out of their adjustable rate mortgage to avoid foreclosure.
While we were waiting for our rate to lock in, the home was dropping day by day by day.
In fact, they ended up paying $20,000 to refinance their home. In just 2 weeks' time, the value of their home dropped from $250,000 to $220,000. And the economists we talked with today say this figure, 8 million people paying more than their home is worth, is only going to rise, Charlie.
All right, David Muir.